on another adventure. Today we're heading to one of my very favorite spots in Florida, Paynes Prairie Preserve State Park. We're actually going to be spending the night in the campground there. I cannot wait to show. We're going to go on a few different trails. Three or maybe four of my favorite trails, a couple of which are outside of the main park, and that's actually the first one we are heading to now. So in a minute we're going to pass the main entrance, and then I will meet you at the trailhead. We are passing the main entrance for the park right now, and we'll backtrack there in just a little bit. Oh yay! I was so worried I was gonna be not the only person here since I was getting a late start today, but I'm still the first car in the lot. All right, let's get hiking. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm gonna let the audio play for a minute. But there are alligators doing their mating growls out in the flooded plains, so I'm thinking I'm probably not gonna wade through that today. Way back behind me is the observation deck, but it's pretty mucky with bison too. And after hearing all the gators, I'm thinking probably won't be wading through mucky water that I can't see through at the moment. Of course, now they stopped. there. Do you hear that growling? Well, it doesn't look like the bison and the horses are using this trail at the moment as frequently as they usually do, aside from that one little pile of evidence we saw. But the gators are clearly very active, so I think we'll finish up this trail, hope we see some wildlife, and then head over to Chua. One thing I've learned from hiking in the woods so much, anytime you think you hear an animal, it's always a squirrel. Always. No matter how loud or how big it sounds, it's a squirrel. And we've made it back to the fork of the loop, so we're gonna head back to the car now. Alright, let's get my annual pass back off the driver's seat. We'll get rid of that, which definitely is doing a good job of keeping the car cooler. See you at the next trail. I have to be honest with you guys, I'm a little bit bummed that we didn't see any of the wild horses or bison or even any deer. So I'm going to go ahead and insert some clips here of wildlife that I've seen on the Bolen Bluff Trail in the past so you can get an idea of what I normally experience. Okay, so plot twist. I know I told you guys that initially we were going to backtrack to the main entrance to check out the rest of the park, but I decided to go the opposite way for now to head to the other trail that is technically part of Paynes Prairie Preserve, but it is not inside the main park either, and this part is actually in Gainesville instead of Micanopy. I really should know how to pronounce that by now, but I can never get it right. Anywho, we are going to be heading to Chua Trail now, which is known for its huge gators. Judging by how high the water level was at Bolen Bluff, I'm thinking that pretty much everything aside from the boardwalk is going to be closed off right now due to flooding. But it's still a really cool boardwalk, and I definitely think it's still worth showing you. So we're gonna check it out anyways. And you can do self-pay here if you're not going to the main entrance first to get a parking pass. Since I have my annual pass, I don't need to stop and get a day pass. I'll just put my annual pass back on the dash again. I think it's so beautiful back here. I'm not sure if you saw when we were driving in, but this runs right next to the historic Hawthorne bike trail as well. So it'll actually cross over between the parking lot and the trailhead here in a minute after we park. I've never personally biked it, but I know people love it. So that's definitely something to check out if you like to bike ride. Okay, so plot twist. I know I told you guys that initially we were going to backtrack to the main entrance to check out the rest of the park, but I decided to go the opposite way for now to head to the other trail that is technically part of Paynes Prairie Preserve, but it is not inside the main park either, and this part is actually in Gainesville instead of Micanopy. I really should know how to pronounce that by now, but I can never get it right. Anywho, we are going to be heading to Chua Trail now, which is known for its huge gators. Judging by how high the water level was at Bolen Bluff, I'm thinking that pretty much everything aside from the boardwalk is going to be closed off right now due to flooding. But it's still a really cool boardwalk, and I definitely think it's still worth showing you. So we're going to check it out anyways. And you can do self-pay here if you're not going to the main entrance first to get a parking pass. Since I have my annual pass, I don't need to stop and get a day pass. I'll just put my annual pass back on the dash again. I think it's so beautiful back here. I'm not sure if you saw when we were driving in, but this runs right next to the historic Hawthorne bike trail as well. So it'll actually cross over between the parking lot and the trailhead here in a minute after we park. I've never personally biked it, but I know people love it. So that's definitely something to check out if you like to bike ride. as I predicted, you would not be able to go past the boardwalk, and it's kind of clear to see why. Super flooded. Lots of friends on the trail. Okie dokie, that's trail 2 down. That was Chua Trail. So far we've done Bolen Bluff and Chua, and it's actually only like 11:15 in the morning. I think we're gonna go ahead and head to the main park, see what's happening at the observation tower, maybe check out the visitor center, and maybe if I'm lucky, they'll let me check in super early so that I can chill during the main hottest part of the day and have some lunch. If not, I'll probably just set up and have a picnic somewhere and wait to check in, and then I'll wait until the sun isn't quite as aggressive to do my third and possibly fourth hike of the evening. So I will check back in with you when we get to the main entrance. All right. All right, friends, all checked in. She did say that it's too early to go to my site, but she went ahead and gave me my information. So about an hour before check-in, I can head on over there. I got my trail map. I got my campground map and my tag for my dash. I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and head towards the visitor center, and I'll show you the observation tower for now, and then we're gonna eat. Now, if you are not camping here, it is mid-May and the park closes at 8:30 to day guests. So you just have to be out of here by the time the gate closes at 8:30. They did give me the after hours gate code in case I want to leave late, and then, you know, come back in after hours, since there is no re-entry without the gate code beyond 8 o'clock. So that is one thing I do like about our Florida state parks. I know a lot of state parks are like that, but I do feel secure knowing that, you know, not anybody can just drive in and out all day long. It is slightly cooler than we've been having. I say that as I'm hot at the moment, because the sun is definitely beating down, but it's only a high of, well, right now it's about 80, and I don't think it's supposed to get much higher than that today. And it is supposed to dip down again into the 60s this evening, which it's been only getting into like the mid to high 70s, so it hasn't really been cooling off much at night lately. So it'll be a nice cool morning again tomorrow, before it heats up. So I'm looking forward to that. I keep saying I don't think we're gonna get many more days like this, but we keep getting lucky. Here's where I'm gonna turn left to go to the campground later. For now, I'm heading towards the visitor center, so I'm gonna continue on straight. It's such a pretty drive to the visitor center. And it really is a gorgeous day out. For hiking purposes, I wish I had a little more cloud cover, but it is a beautiful, beautiful day. making our way to camp, site number 11, but I think we're gonna pass the campground first, so that I can show you where it dead ends, kind of at the lake boat launch area. I think that's the plan. Was the campground we just passed. And then up here is the boat ramp and the picnic area. So we'll just loop around so you can kind of see what the picnic area is like. There's just a little path that leads to some tables that way. Just a nice shady area. There's some pavilions and restrooms over this way. And then up ahead, the playground. Definitely a nice little area. It gets a lot more crowded, obviously, on the weekends. We're here in the middle of the week, in the middle of the day, so not a lot going on at the moment. All right, let's head to camp and hope our site is ready for us. I just wanted to give you guys a quick status update, aside from just getting that out of my way and hanging it up, and then turning my main fan on. I've got the screen, the mosquito netting that I usually use on my back hatch. I actually have it on my side for the first time today, which I'm really liking, so that I can just go out to my picnic bench later. It's just really sunny right now. That's why I have my front WeatherTech and magnetic curtain and screens up there already. But aside from that, I'm just enjoying my view and the peace and quiet. And I am loving all of this space that I have. It's so nice. I'm holding off getting fully set up for camp because I'm probably going to head back to the visitor center parking lot to do my last hike later. I'm still debating that right now. All right, it was tough, but I managed to motivate myself to put my hiking boots back on and head towards the last trail I wanted to do. Not because I'm super motivated to walk more, but because I'm really hoping to see some bison or horses. So we're gonna do the Jackson Gap to Cones Dyke trail from the visitor center parking. Technically, I could walk there from here at the campground, but that would add quite a bit to my hike, and we're the last couple hours of daylight, so I'd like to get back to my campsite before it's completely dark out. So anywho, that's the plan. I'll see you out there. Hopefully we'll see some critters. Oh, and confession, for the first time ever, I took a nap at the campground. Not like at this campground, just in general. I've never taken a nap during the day when I was camping before. But I was so pooped earlier, so I fell asleep for almost an hour. I guess we know that new fan can keep me comfortable. I'm hoping even if we don't have any bison or horse sightings, that we at least see some deer, maybe even some little babies. We'll see. I really like this trail when it's not super duper hot, and we've got some good cloud cover now, so it should be nice. I also plugged my Hot Logic in, so I'm hoping by the time we're done hiking that dinner is nice and piping hot, so that when we get back to camp, we'll be ready to eat, shower, and do that whole nighttime routine. Bye-bye, horses. Thank you for the awesome time. I gotta get back to the car. bad way to end the night, watching wild horses and then a rainbow. Good morning, my friends. Worst vlogger ever. My plan was to check in with you when I got back to my campsite after my awesome evening hike that you have probably already seen by now. I made it back to camp as it was just getting completely dark, and it was so nice having had plugged in my Hot Logic before my hike to pull in and have it piping hot and ready to eat. So I was going to show you my yummy dinner of rice and beans and pork, and then I was going to go take a shower, which I did remember to at least film the bathroom then. And then I was gonna kind of do a nighttime check-in with you guys while I did my nighttime routine and cleaned my face and got all settled in. But I was just done for the day, apparently. I got back, I was comfy, got my jammies on, and I just crashed. So, and then it's now, as you can see, the sun isn't up yet. Oh, there's a little deer. As you can see, the sun isn't up yet. I was really tempted to head back to the observation tower this morning for sunrise because I think that that would be beautiful. But I'm on a mission this morning. So if I succeed, I will plop that here at the end. And then I may or may not be checking out another destination while I'm here that I think you would really enjoy as well. So if I do, there will be another video about that after this. Otherwise, I am wrapping up my time here. And as always, I'm sad to go. I kind of wish I would have booked 2 nights instead of just the one. I really liked my campsite number, which was site number 11 at Paynes Prairie Preserve State Park in the Pug Puggy campground. I just wanted to say Pug Puggy. And again, highly recommend. This is one of my absolute favorite places. If I did not already insert a clip of the bison and some of the other amazing things that I've seen here, aside from that awesome horse tussle, then I will go ahead and drop.
In 600 feet, turn right onto US 441 North.
Thanks for raining on my parade as I was wrapping things up, Greta. As always, I want to thank you for watching. If you're not already subscribed, please do so you
take the next right onto US 441 North.
Jeez, Greta. Greta is what I have named my GPS lady. Anyways, as I was saying, I want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. And I hope to see you on the next adventure. Bye, guys.